Days after the California Department of Justice announced felony charges against former Kern County Supervisor Zach Scrivner, Attorney General Rob Bonta is speaking out for the first time about the investigation. Our Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace pressed the Attorney General at a news conference this morning. 17's Jenny Huh joining us now with those details. Jenny?
From answers on why prosecution took so long to an explanation of the charges, there's a lot of fresh, long-awaited insight.
We spent time, of course, on the investigation, making sure it was accurate, comprehensive, that we were considering all of the material evidence. We spoke to witnesses and victims and examined all the evidence to come up with a fair, appropriate decision in the case.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta on Tuesday finally answering one long-standing question. Why did prosecution take so long? After the Kern County Sheriff's Office completed its investigation, it took months for the DOJ to decide whether it would take on the case. Once it did, it took months for charges to be filed. In fact, the lengthy prosecution period raised many eyebrows, including those of Sheriff Donnie Youngblood.
I'm concerned the time frame as much as the public. I get it every single day. And it's a question I'm glad people are still asking. It never takes this long.
That was in September. 17 News asked viewers to weigh in on whether they thought there was special treatment. Via social media, email, and calls to the newsroom, 92% of voters said yes, Scrivner is receiving special treatment. Only 8% said no, he is not.
If you violate the law, if you harm others, if you hurt victims, we're going to come for you and make sure that you're held accountable. So no one's above the law. Everyone must be held accountable if they break it.
Another question we asked Bonta, why are there no sex crime charges against Scrivner if the complaint details allegations that could be interpreted as such? Scrivner faces 5 felony charges, 3 counts of willful child cruelty and 2 counts of possessing an assault rifle. All 3 child cruelty counts are listed as child abuse under circumstances or conditions likely to cause great bodily injury or death. Yet the complaint states allegations specific to the Scrivner case, such as, quote, sexually penetrate, injure, cause, and permit a child to suffer and to be inflicted with unjustifiable physical pain and mental suffering. It also says, while responsible for the care of the preteen, Scrivner consumed mind and or mood-altering drugs and substances, got into bed with her, and subsequently touched her inappropriately.
And our criminal complaint speaks for itself. Those are the charges that we believe the evidence supported. So those are the ones we brought. That's simple. That's how we do it.
Scrivner's next court hearing is set for early May. Jenny Huh, 17 News.
And we have been following this since it began last April. You can find complete coverage of the Zach Scrivner investigation by scanning the QR code here on your screen. And there you'll find more on Friday's developments and the charging document filed in court. It is all there at kget.com/Scrivner.